Welcome on in, everyone. We are back, the cousins. This is Beer Talk with Kyle and Joe. I'm Kyle.
Hell yeah, you are. My name is Joe. What is going on, everybody?
Yes, welcome back to the channel for another video. So today we have a little tips and tricks video. Talked with you guys about summer beards, some of the routines that we change or don't change in those hot summer months.
Right. Yeah, so we know that summer has been here for a while now, but with July and August right here, we know that these are, at least where we live, like two of the hottest months. So we wanted to do this video to really help you keep your summer beard looking as good as we know you want it to be. But before we dive into that, please make sure you check and you hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you're not missing any of our future content. And of course, if you enjoy what we are dishing out to you, please share. We want to make sure that we hit as many beards as possible, but we will be right back after this intro. Hang tight. All right, welcome back, guys. So for this video, I'm going to go over a few of my tips that I do for the summer to keep my beard looking good. And then right after, Kyle is going to share his, and then we'll just give our final thoughts. And then, of course, we'd love to hear what you guys think in the comment section. We love to be taught just as much as we love to teach. So if you have any great ideas, bring them our way. We would love to try them out as well. So starting off with my first tip is, for me personally, I have a thinner beard, and that means I am using much less product than I normally would in those colder times, especially in the winter and in the late fall. So what I mean by that is I have totally scrapped using balms for the summer. I am a guy, even with this size of a beard, I normally love using balms. I still think that they have a big purpose within the bearded community and the beard world in general. But in the summertime, I just feel like it's too much. With the humidity that Ohio gets, my beard normally feels like it just has too much in it. It feels like it's, too weighed down. It feels, extra greasy. Because honestly, in the summer when you're in the heat, you are sweating too much. And that brings me right down to my next point, and that is making sure that you stay hydrated. The more you sweat, yes, sweating is good. It's necessary for your body because it cools down your body. But when you sweat, you are dehydrating. And so you want to make sure that you are staying hydrated, you're drinking water. From what I've seen, the recommendation is if you can drink a gallon of water a day, you're doing a really good service to not only just your beard, but to your entire body and to your well-being as well. So definitely make sure that you are staying hydrated and drinking a lot of water. With that, I am also doing a lot of cold rinses when I'm in the shower. That cold water just does really good for your hair, and you don't have the brutality that sometimes that too much heat from the hot temperature water brings to your beard, and it just gives that extra nourishment that you absolutely need. And then that segues right into my last point. Speaking of showers, I am using beard wash a whole lot more. I talked about sweat. When you sweat, sweat is not it's dirty, it makes you feel greasy, because when you're sweating out everything that you have. And it's not the most healthiest stuff to keep in your beard. So you want to make sure that you're using a good wash and using it a little bit more frequently than you may would in those colder months where you're not sweating as much and you don't feel as dirty. I am definitely stepping up my game and using a stripping soap, such as like a pine tar soap, a little bit more. I will probably up that to maybe 3 times a month rather than my normal 1 to 2 times a month that I would any other season. And I just like that because I'm just making my beard squeaky clean, and I'm taking everything out of my skin before and giving everything a restart. For me, I find that to be the best route for my summer beard.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of good tips. Here's what makes our channel fun. So I am on the opposite spectrum of that when it comes to summer beards and summer beard care. So I find myself not using as much stripping products. I rarely do anyways, to be honest. So my routine in the shower doesn't change too much. I'm still using non-stripping washes. I'm still using conditioners the same amount of time. Staying hydrated, absolutely. That's something I really always try to do. Of course, you kind of naturally step it up in the summer, of course. So I'm not going to say that I use balm or butter more necessarily, but I still use it during the day. But I also use it more strategically. So for me, I have a thick, wavy, curly beard. So the reason why I straighten my beard and use heat is to get it to sit down and get rid of those curls. If I go outside in that humidity, my beard just fluffs up really, really bad. So to help prevent that, I do want a little more weight in there. So I'll find myself using a balm, and honestly, I'll find myself using a more of a stronghold balm. Now, to make it so my beard is not so way down, a lot of the times I'm just going over the top. I won't even put any underneath almost at all. And I'm just going over top almost as a barrier to help hold it down. But the key to it is, like we've mentioned many times on our stream, in our videos, you have to know your beard. That does not work for Joe. That works for me. So guys, these are just tips and tricks. Maybe look at your beard and see, is it more like Joe's? Is it more like mine? To kind of see, some of these tips that you want to try depending on the style of beard that you have. So, I don't think anything else proves it more than that our recommendations for the summer are like the polar opposite. So like Joe said, go ahead and throw a comment below. Let us know some of the things that you do differently in the summer to practice good beard health and things like that and keep it styling really nice. If you do anything different, some people might not at all. So Joe, anything else to conclude here before we sign off?
No, man, you covered it. I was gonna say, that's the great thing about our channel is, yeah, you know what? These aren't designed to confuse you with two different perspectives. These are actually, the hope is that these two different perspectives actually help you even more. Because yeah, like Kyle said, you take a look at either my beard or his beard and see who you resemble more the most. And maybe if it's Kyle's, his tips and tricks will help you a lot. And if your beard resembles mine, then hopefully, mine will do the same as well. But don't be afraid to experiment, but know your beard for sure. Kyle definitely nailed it.
All right. All right, guys. That's all the time that we have for you today. As always, keep it growing.
And we'll talk to you at the next one. Cousins out.